Welcome to the Ramco Kerala Women's League, and this evening it's the bottom of the table clash between Kadathanad Raja Football Academy and Sbfa Poovar. And we are now down to two teams remaining in the hunt for the top spot after the previous week, but this one is to avoid being last. Both the sides yet to celebrate a victory in the competition, and both have lost combined 9 games and will be hurting and will be hoping for a win today that will help them regain some pride. And well, the live action coming up your way from the Maharajas College ground in Ernakulam. Well, the live and exclusive action on the YouTube channel of Sportscast India. This is the Kadathanad Raja Football Academy lineup. Three changes then made by Saji PM from the last game against Kerala Blasters, and one of them are in defence where Alice comes in, the new signing, and Leah Raj not yet match fit. She's on the bench. The midfield remains the same, including Ravali, who's had a couple of excellent chances in the previous game. Navya is back instead of Avya, and Ashwati. And one of those problems has been scoring from open play. That cohesion in attack has been lacking. Can they find it today? Is the question. Devananda and Leah Raj and Brinsi Mall are the attacking options available for Kadathanad Raja this evening. Keep an eye out on the number 21, Dia Jijesh. A very, very exciting prospect. Let's see when Saji PM brings her on. Now we'll move over to the Sbfa Poovar lineup for this evening. No changes from the head coach Vincent Dominic. Shamini at centre back, and Mathia and Annie are in midfield, of course. Then there is Leah, who's had a decent season, and she will want to continue to impress. Sabita is back in attack along with Nithya and Alice, and the number 12, Smitha, though not in the 11. She will have to come off the bench and do some damage. She almost led her side to a comeback draw against Kerala United Football Club with her burst of pace. Looks like a decent bench. Sania not playing today. Vincent Dominic has left the likes of Sunny Das and Sania Moll on the bench, and Merlin as well. As both these sides eyeing for the first points on board. 10th place Kadathanad Raja Football Academy with a win today will go level on points with Luka Soccer Club and Emirates SC. And the story continues to be the same for Sbfa Poovar as well. And of course, Saji PM can always rely on the creativity of Navya and that urgency that Anlia brings into the attack, not missing out from the starting lineup. It's not for lack of trying, but both these teams find themselves where they are. But think about it, Poovar have dropped 12 points, and Kadathanad have dropped 15, and these two could easily have been 6th and 7th instead of 10th and 9th. And it's all about planning, it's all about recruitment. When you start, how much to get to train together, and of course that terrible luck with losing important players have always played its part in the problem. However, Vincent Dominic, to his credit, has said they're okay after getting in new players, but that jittery start has cost them. It's difficult to pick between these two teams. This is match number 24 in the Ramco Kerala Women's League 2022, and the winners to qualify for the Hero Indian Women's League in the coming season. Kadathanad Raja finished the bottom last year. They collected 6 points from 10 games. And no points on board as of yet. They played 5 games so far, lost all 5 of them. The last encounter was a 13-1 drubbing against Kerala Blasters. They started their journey against Kerala United, and that was a 6-0 loss, followed by a 6-0 defeat into the hands of Basco as well, who were fourth rather, in the points table behind Gokulam Kerala on 9 points from 5 games. Kerala Blasters, however, are leading the points table with 13 points from 5 matches, a number equal to that of Lord's FA as well. But Gokulam Kerala They've played three so far and won all three of them. They scored 20 goals. That strike from the Ghanaian striker Vivian is making lots of shouts across the footballing globe as well. That was a breathtaking stuff from a difficult angle. It could be one of the potential contenders for the Puskas Award. We saw FIFA tweeting it last evening. And a vociferous support from the fans in the comment section. What a strike that was. And well, the referee for today's game is Rahul Piyar, and he is going to be assisted by Sebastian Francis and Mohammad Nazar. And the fourth official is Manu Mani, and match commissioner Denny Jacob. And the team in red and white are the Kadathanad Raja Football Academy and Sbfa Poovar in blue. They have played 4 games, both yet to open their account. They lost 5-0 against Basco in the last game. They started with a 10-0 defeat against Kerala Blasters. A dismal start for both these sides. They would look to halt that winless run and get back to winning ways from this evening itself. And Kadathanad Raja Football Academy, famed for producing young talents, and they're continually aspiring to do more of that in the coming years as well. And talking about Sbfa Poovar, this is their debut season in the Remco Kerala Women's League, which is revived after the inclusion of Scoreline in the market of Kerala football, showing a lot of commitment, providing development aids, not only infrastructurally but also in terms of finance as well. Fans watching and cheering on from the safety of their homes and predicting that there will be lots of goals to cheer for. We are underway here at the Maharajas College ground. It's Kadathanad Raja Football Academy taking on Sbfa Poovar. The Kadathanad Raja Football Academy are 10th and they have dropped deeper into the chasm. Even if they win their next 2 games, they will not equal their points tally to that of the top 4. And it's almost the same for Sbfa Poovar. The famous run to top 5 is still a dream, and this time it's been riddled with injuries as well. Saji PM himself said interference, but the football moves on quickly, and this will still be entertaining in the first half alone. Both teams have let in combined 62 goals, a ridiculous number, but in terms of facing off each other in this mid-season is almost perfect for as a marker to rear this span for the next campaign. Of course, we talk about players who have that ability. Nilambari is one of them. Trying to break away early on is Nithya. Decent defending from Sneha. Jivita, a chance for her to warm her gloves early on in this game. Just a minute and a half odd minutes on the clock. Looking for a quick start on the Sbfa Poovar side. As I was talking about Ilambari, a top goal scorer for Kadathanad Raja with 2 goals. And Sbfa Poovar managed to score only 1 goal so far. They've conceded 25. And Leah, who was in the score sheet against Kerala United, that was a 4-1 loss. Sbfa Poovar playing for the first time this season against Kadathanad Raja Football Academy. All these girls are gaining a lot of experience of playing at this level. This is the left full back Mary. She likes to overlap. Now she's slightly out of position. That's the covering player in Annie, just drifting out wide to protect her left full back. And she went slightly upwards. We'll see more of that over the course of this 90 minutes. Great through ball. This is Savita holding off a couple of challenges. Still Savita. A support driving from the left hand side. Mary with the cross. No pace or power on it. Managing to see that one away. Kadathanad Raja Football Academy at the bottom. It's been a leaky defense, conceded 37 goals in 5 matches, which means more than 7 goals are conceded on average. Early pressure being applied by Sbfa, looking to hit the nail on the head early on. But Kadathanad Raja, there's some action at the other end. That was a scoop pass. It took a slight deflection, nothing given by the referee. Srijaya with the goal kick. Suresh Rovali. The last season, all the matches were being played at Calicut. A skillful play, a beautiful ball forward below the defense line. The bounce is slightly awkward, takes it into her stride, shot from a sharp angle, and it's gone into the back of the net. And it's Kadathanad Raja Football Academy who have taken the lead here. One ball over the top, one good run inside the box, and it's 1-0. And out of nowhere, that defensive mistake capitalized by Kadathanad Raja's Nilambri, scoring her third goal. And this is one player, Sbfa Poovar, they got to be very careful of. And she was part of Kadathanad Raja Football Academy last season as well. Attempted 360, misplaced pass. A poor touch from Leah, capitalized by Navia. Still battling for it, into the feet of Nilambri, trying to power past. Outnumbered in the end. Mohita. Early challenge. Onto the skipper, Ashwati. Looks up and measures this on the left flank. Picking up pace was Suresh. Runs into the right back, Anju. The attack is still on for Kadathanad Raja. Slight confusion in the box. Annie. Almost opened up for Kadathanad Raja. Back to the skipper, Ashwati. And playing their way out from the back. The defense, they're coming across and making sure there is no breakaway move. That was Sneha. Comes across at the right moment. Nithya. This is looking good for Sbfa. The ball is slightly away from Leah. Should be cleared by Meghna, which she does. And runs out of play for a throw-in. The game has just begun here, and we have an early goal. That will give Kadathanad Raja a lot of confidence. This BFA Poovar side trying to get into their grooves. Gritty in defense. Kadathanad Raja. And Lambert is showing a glimpse of what she is capable of producing if she gets the right kind of supply from midfield. Someone who's got great individual ability just needs another pass onto her feet. She can do the magic on her own. And that's her prowess, her placement skill in goal. She's got a great eye for goal. And now picking up pace, Sabita. An interesting run down the middle. Sabita looking for options, overplaying it, allowing the defender to put the ball into touch for a throw in. I could have gone for that dinked pass for the number 10, Nithya. She was making that interesting run through the middle. Sabita just taking too much time on the ball, the number 9. Now it's Ani, the skipper. Pass was slightly loose. Picked up by Kadathanad. Won back nicely by Anju. Ashwati trying to run the show from midfield onto the goal scorer Nilambri from deep. Plays it forward. Not very confidently defended, but that will do for the time being. Playing with a lot of fire. And now once again, the ball just spun away from Annie. It falls to a Kadathanad Raja player. A smart pass between the lines. The flag has stayed down. Trying to get past the goalkeeper. A perfect timing. Shri Jaya just leaving her line at the right moment. And just obstructing that move. Making the angle difficult for the attacker. And does it with confidence. Not looking to kill the bounce. And trying to regroup. Sbfa Poovar. This is a great through ball, and now Sabita is one-on-one. And over the crossbar. What a chance for an equalizer. Just hits it over the crossbar. Completely unmarked. Good weight on the pass. Perfectly timed run. Just lacked in finishing. And that was a big chance for Sbfa. And they will be hoping for more in this game. And look at that. The defense got flat-footed. Had all the time in the world to go for placement. She went for power rather. Targeting the top corner. And the ball just blazed over. And that is where you got to keep your composure and keep a very calm head. And defense have been Kadathanad Raja's weak link, and that is where Sbfa will look to hurt them. But meanwhile, they'll have to defend this goal. Once again, Nilambari broke free. And almost a chance at the other end. They could have doubled the lead. Kadathanad Raja Football Academy. But their star player, Nilambari, ponders a sitter. That could have been the second for Kadathanad Raja Football Academy. Questions been asked at the Sbfa Poovar defense. Was looking very shaky right from the off. Committing themselves early in that bargain, leaving space behind. Ball played across. Rovali's delivery. And thankfully for Sbfa, No one in red and white was waiting or attacking the ball at the far post. And so the chances falling at both ends. And after a 3 days break, we are back with the Ramco Kerala Women's League action. It's a double header tomorrow. Gokulam Kerala will be taking off Kerala United. What a game that will be for the Malabarians and for the Hornbills as well. It's a double leg affair this term. Gokulam Kerala champions of the previous edition. Another tricky movement. This time well watched by the Kadathanad Raja defense. Shamini was chasing it. She was harassed into committing some kind of mistake. And does exceedingly well to win a corner. The ball swung in. Just took her head off, and then the poke attempt from Leah. And the goalkeeper at the right place. Sri Jaya. A couple of good chances for Sbfa. This time free kick for Kadathanad. A dominating play. The team in blue. But they got to concentrate at the back. Committed two very, very crucial mistakes. Second time just riding their luck. Nilambari shooting it wide from a scoring position. At the end of the first quarter, it's Kadathanad Raja Football Academy 1, Sbfa Poovar 0. You're watching the Ramco Kerala Women's League live on Sportscast India. Look at the gap. Nilambari spots her run. That's a wonderful save from Jibita. An important touch from the goalkeeper. And Nilambari can't put in the rebound as well. Could have had her hat-trick by now. Given the kind of chances she's wasted, was not ready for the rebound. It came to her as a surprise. A wonderful save from Jibita, keeping her side in the match. Another ball played towards the edge of the penalty area. The clearance is very poor. Another one-on-one chance, goes for placement and gets the result. 2-0 Kadathanad Raja Football Academy. Seems like the break have done wonder for Saji PM's side. And this time is the number 24 Rovali doubling the lead. And all those mistakes committed by Sbfa Poovar haunting them in a big, big way. Did get a touch, Jibita, but couldn't keep it out. The placement was perfect. So both the strikers getting on the score sheet for Kadathanad. Sbfa Poovar, despite making a fast start, trailing 2-0, failed to take their chances. Another hopeful ball forward. Getting in behind the defense. Nilambari with a dinked attempt. Excellent reach from Jibita. This time she was ready for it. The great anticipation from Sbfa Poovar's number one, but spoke too soon. It's a terrible goal kick. Onto it in a jiffy. Nilamburi escaping her marker. Safe into the hands of Jibita. That attempt. What is really happening with Nilamburi this evening? We could have been up by half a dozen by now. Chance after chance wasted by them. Trying to make their experience count. Nilamburi once again with that turn of pace. Stopped timely by Shamini. Nithya. Now this is something to chase for. Flag went up against Mahita. Side from Kerala, defending the Hero Indian Women's League title. We'll be hoping for new faces in this edition of the Women's League. Kerala Blasters and Lord Sbfa, very, very impressive. Sabita. The defender puts a foot wrong and almost sets Sabita through on goal. Looking for a free run. It was Mahita almost creating that angle. They're ready to run towards goal, but Nilamburi, look at her footwork. So easy. Rovali capitalizing on the mistake. And the cross was too close to the goalkeeper. And she gathers it. Nithya, nicely chased down by Sneha. Looking to hit Kadathanad Raja. Yes, BFA, but Kadathanad Raja just digging deep and trying to hit them on quick counter attacks. But Sabita could have a free run and muscled away by Monica. She's already started looking impressive. The number 9 of Sbfa Poovar team always backs herself up while running towards goal. And so slightly cooler climbs here in Kerala compared to the last couple of days. Playing that adventurous ball down the wings. This is where SBFA can hurt Kadathanad Raja. Still with the number 10, Nithya, eventually running out of space, but wins a corner kick for her efforts. No, she couldn't. Given as a goal kick. It is SBF and Poovar who are attacking more and more. Kadathanad Raja just keeping organized at the back and hitting teams on the break this way. Laid back towards the number 36. Goes for the shot. Once again, troubling Jivita. That was a beautiful ball. Back in towards Ruvali. And now the skipper Aswati trying to cut loose. A good piece of defending there by the SBFA team. Not as much distance in the goal kick. Wins it with a slide and gets the move going. Nithya once again flagged off. And so time for a drinks break. The Maharajas College ground, it's Kadathanad Raja in a comfortable 2-0 lead. And thanks to goals from Nilambari and Rovali. Kadathanad Raja Football Academy players are really working tirelessly. Yes, BFA did commit that glaring mistake of committing themselves early in defense before judging the bounce of the ball. And that is something the head coach will have to go back to the drawing board and discuss with the players. That 10-0 thrashing against Kerala Blasters still very, very fresh in the back of their mind. Both sides, in fact, their biggest victories in the campaign have come against the league leaders, Kerala Blasters. The momentum of the game still very much into SBFA Poovar's way. Cutting in to find some room. Great ball into the path of the number 10. The keeper gets there first. Just a second early. And Nithya could have gotten there ahead of the goalkeeper. That was a good looking ball. It looks like a completely different side, Kadathanad Raja, in the second half. Alice, there's a player upon her in the number 17. Suresh. Desperate in defense, Kadathanad. They usually like a fast-paced game, but slowed it down. Once again, Ilambri using her strength to shrug off her marker, leaving it slightly late on that challenge for the last-ditch tackle, Kadathanad Raja. And that was Sona, the Sbfa Poovar defender. Great defending from the youngster. And so half an hour gone. It's still 1-0. It's still 2-0, pardon me. The goals from Nilambari and Ravali. The scoreline could have been more. The chances wasted. This time it's an early cross. Moves it to the far left. Chase on. And she will get there with a pace. Keeper nowhere near to his position. And that was a right idea from Nilambari. Nithya, great piece of thought. Just lacked in execution. A very, very big gap between the post and the goalkeeper. He quickly saw the danger and closed it down. Looking to keep possession inside the box. Good shoulder pass from Meghna. Last season we've had 6 goals and this 6 teams, pardon me, and this season already 10. 166 goals being scored in 23 games. That shows you we've had goals in almost each and every game this season. And just like the previous edition, which was flooded with goals. The goals are the fuel for the sport. It provides energy to the players to perform even better and earn a handsome paycheck. The structure, however, not so proper in India when it comes to domestic women's football, but there is a chance to showcase that prospect at the national level in the IWL. To do that, the mission one will be to come top in the Kerala Women's League. And with expansion in the number of teams means expansion in the number of competitions that prevails in Indian domestic football. I thought about the pass and then checks back. A promising move was developing. The combination play didn't work out in the end. And now losing sight of the ball. Suresh. Here comes the girl in blue. And out of play for a throw in. Stroking the ball around from right to left. Kadathanad Raja. Back in towards Nilambari. There was a defender behind her in Murray. Seems like Murray has committed a foul. This is the skipper on the free kick. A quick turn. Finds Nilambari. Nicely done there by Nilambari in a 1-1 battle. There's BFA Poovar's jersey number 18. It's been deemed as a foul and free kick. Can they get that second goal, which will take them to a secure position in this game? Still about the entire second half left. No troubles whatsoever this time for Jibita. Goes all the way behind. Here comes the team in blue. Once again, Sabita spoiling the move by holding the ball for too long. And the understanding between Labia and Sabita still not developed. Throw in taken. Nicely cut out. There by Sbfa Poovar. Now they look to pull forward. And apart from that opening 5-10 minutes, the Kadathanad Raja doing well in defense and looks much more prepared for this particular tie, which haven't been the case in the previous 5 games. They've got their backs to the wall and now going all guns blazing. Now taking over by Nilambari. Nilambari forced wide, trying to check back onto her right foot. Gets help from her partner, Rovali. Kerala Women's League onto its fourth season. The way it's marketized and rebranded is simply superb. Growing interests among the football lovers in the state, both for men's and women's. And now with the under 17 Women's World Cup hurtling towards us, these tournaments are of equal importance in terms of setting that pipeline for the national team. The All India Football Federation's new president also aiming to start the under 17 Women's League as well. Sabita, who was offside. There's a certain swag to the way Kadathanad Raja Football Academy have started the game. They were slow and steady and eventually won the first half race. There's still 5 minutes of regulation time remaining. It's 3 against 2. The team in blue picked out Leah and just too strong. It was Monica at a centre back. Tried to play in Nithya, who was Ellis. Takes a deflection, falling short, and they come away with it. Keeps it away almost immediately. The transition from defense to attack have been very, very quicker from both these teams. Look at that interception from Deva Nanda. Just played with confidence. Got to utilize the width. It's too crowded in the center. And sometimes you got to try and switch the game on the flanks and try and stretch your opponent. Unsettled And by conceding a couple of goals, Seba. It could be the third one, in fact. And the keeper and not managing to deal with that. And going out for a corner kick. And going to be the first corner of this game for Kadathanad Raja. And can they leave behind the disappointments of the last season and impress this season? You have to be careful, Jivita. Giving away possession to Sbfa. And just checking her run, Savita, knowing she would be flagged off. We approach the end of the first half. It remains 2-0 in favor of Kadathanad Raja, who will go level on points with Emirates and Luka with a victory. And Luka finished at the bottom last season and became the only club to open their points tally. Lost all the matches. Calmly done by Srijaya. Savita. She's got a couple of blue shirts to aim at. Low cross, defensive touch. Might be a shooting chance, but no space. Just a minute of additional time. Ball is retrieved on the right wing. A searching cross. Easily defended there by Yanni. And the last action of the first half. Can Kadathanad Raja triple their lead? That's the half-time whistle from Rahul PR. And at half-time, it's Kadathanad Raja Football Academy 2, Sbfa Poovar nil. Via strikes from Nilambari and Rovali in the first half. Do not go anywhere. We'll come back after the short break.
football forward below the defense line.
So, welcome back to the second half action, and you're watching the Ramco Kerala Women's League 2022-23 live on Sportscast India. It is the game between two bottom place side, the Kadathanad Raja Football Academy taking on Sbfa Poovar at 2-0 lead during the break. The team in blue making an early change. It's gonna be the number 12, Smitha, who will come on. She's gonna replace Savita, who was misfiring in the first half. Got the ball a couple of times one on one with the keeper, but failed to make those opportunities count. And Vincent Dominic will be hoping that Smitha's arrival brings some luck for his team this evening as we are underway with the second half. Defending from the front is SBFA Poovar and almost shot in the foot was the Kadathanad Raja goalkeeper Sri Jaya, and warning signs for them. An aggressive start once again from SBFA. This has been the problem of the team in blue. The defenders going for that first time clearances, not used to playing in this conditions, not aware of the bounce of the turf, miss hitting. We saw that happen to them in numerous occasions. Just got to wait for the ball and not commit early. And just need to anticipate the movement of the attacker in the final third, and that is the sign of a good defender. You got to be patient, you got to prove. Just trying to be hasty as BFA in that bargain, committing big mistakes for which they already had to pay the price. This is the number 4, Sona. The super ball over the top. Was offside. Playing a high line in defense, Kadathanad Raja. Laying that offside trap. And newcomer Smitha just strayed offside. Just the only change in this game. Kadathanad Raja continuing with the same team. They'll be aiming to keep their first clean sheet of the season. Still a long way to go though. About 43 minutes of regulation time. We are just 3 minutes into the second half. There's the skipper. Another super ball for Nilambri, who went for that 360. Just reading her intention was Shamini and not allowing her to turn. And now Leah puts it up towards the halfway line. An early ball in. There's some work for the goalkeeper. Trouble instead. The angle was slightly open, and a bright idea from Ravali, just running across and tried to put it into the back of the net, even though the angle was against her. Nonetheless, decent attempt. Managing to work the goalkeeper. And Sona with the foot in. And looking through attack is Megha. Down the right. And here comes Kadathanad Raja defending SBF Poovar. On the move. Here's the centre back Shamini on the overlap. Will trot up to take this throw in from her designated right full back's position. Sent into the box. The clearance is only as far as Annie. Every time she's getting into those crossing positions and looking to send it into the penalty area, always been closed down. This time a corner for SBFA. Can they reduce the margin? A low attempt. Easy clearance from the front post. And once again, free kick goes SBFA's way. Sona on top of this free kick. They've done everything right apart from scoring. Takes the free kick. A very disappointing one. I could have done a lot more better with the set piece chance. Cross comes in once more. Keeper was ready. Just bouncing over. The central midfielder using her hand this time, Smitha. Still about more than a month of football left in KWL. Going to be a double header coming up your way tomorrow. The Kohikode Emirates will be taking on Gokulam Kerala and Ernakulam Kerala Blasters against Kerala United. That is going to be a very interesting matchup. Both the games 4 p.m. kickoff. Looking to control and then pass. Smitha. Get to make those pressures count. SBFA Poovar. This time Smitha not impressed with the type of challenge on her. The referee awards a free kick. It's quite a high line. Any kind of quality in there could be trouble. And the goalkeeper just is so commanding inside the box. Was under pressure once in the first half, but Sabita hitting it over. I could have tested the goalkeeper at least. Kadathanad Raja going with a 5-2-3 formation, 5 in defense. And so the message is quite clear. They want to keep things tight, shore up the back. 3 up top, Nilampuri, Ashwati and Rovali. And Suresh and Navya in midfield. There's been set pieces galore. You have those three up top. You always have a chance of imposing threats even while defending, having more passing options in the final third because the shirts in red and white keeps floating around the penalty area. It's a 4-3-3 from Vincent Dominic. Two big mistakes at the back. They had to pay the price. Apart from that, in terms of creating opportunities, they have opened the Kadathanad Raja defense quite a few times in the first half. Just giving lecture to the number 10, Nithya, just asking her not to use her hand. Flying elbow this time. The keeper is fouled. Srijaya. That is always the goalkeeper's area. Even the slightest of touches will draw a foul in the keeper's favour. And try to build from behind. Oh, well. Just quickly falling onto it and getting the shot away. And may not be able to save it. Another trouble. Srijaya once again with another mistake. As I was mentioning, if that was on target and Srijaya may not have been able to save that. Two mistakes rather. Still not managing to make those chances count. Vital block from Devananda. Just to hustle it off the ball. Nicely recovered. There's that punt upfield. Smita is chasing. Can she get the better of a marker? Sneha wins that individual battle and gets the result in her favour. This ends this way. They're going to be first 3 points on board for Kadathanad Raja. Two teams at present locked on 3 points. Emirates Soccer Club and Lucas Soccer Club, who finished at the bottom last year. Once again goes long and direct and not going to help Sbfa. We're having a busy evening, Srijaya, but not yet tested. Nilambri once again winning the individual battle, bringing the ball down expertly. Once again had a clear run. Can't get the ball past the keeper. Winning the physical battle, bringing the ball down. One-on-one situation. winning the aerial battle, using her physique in terms of bringing the ball down, and then could have been a fine one-on-one finish. That's the kind of direct running that is required from your side's target man. And Ilambari is doing exactly that, slightly wasteful after getting that goal early for her team. Just clattering onto the keeper, Nithya. The referee will surely have a word with her. 15 minutes of play gone in the second half. It's still 2-0. A very cheap giveaway. An aimless ball from Mohita. Once again, the ball is dropped forward for Nilambri. Onto the second ball is Rovali. A left-footed shot wide of the post. And look at that. And this is how Nilambri time and again attracting defenders towards her, creating space for her strike partner Rovali. Rovali once more, straight to Jibita this time. And spins it into the path of a red and white shirt, getting stuck in. And plenty of cover there. One way then the other, still twisting and turning. The referee just asking the players, the ball has already crossed the line. Signaled a throw in, but you guys kept on playing. Just wait for my whistle. And that was the word from Rahul PR. And this time he has given a free kick for Kadathanad Raja. A goal here will wrap things up in their favour. It is the skipper on the ball, Ashwati. Ashwati wraps her foot, goes for goal. Could have been another spectacular finish. Well done, Jibita. Somehow managing to keep that one away and preventing it from going into the back of the net. A skillful play from the skipper. Blue shirts quickly converging. Once again, it's gone out. Throw in for Sbfa. Ravali, she is really impressed this evening. Very, very impactful. Quite adventurous. And once again, Nilambari. She is in the clear. Nilambari makes it 3-0. And a brace for her. And once again, Sbfa. The defense caught napping. And Kadathanad Raja Football Academy tripled their lead at the Maharajas College ground. Had all the time in the world, looks up and places it in with absolute ease. the game Nilamburi is having. Getting a lot of supply of the ball from midfield. And that is what a striker wants. And the likes of Suresh, Navya, and Rovali just feeding her. Now escaping the challenge, Leah. Can't find the right pass. Nani out wide. And there's the cross, can get into the space, but the goalkeeper once again getting there first, and then the rebound. Sure was gonna go for it first time. Nithya saw the keeper off her mark. Took it first time, but not on target. Saji PM will be happy with the approach of his team. Fine ball played forward. And now Nithya with pace has stopped on her tracks. Meka with an excellent defending. Once again is Nilambri. There is a player in the middle. Nilambri from a tight area went for goal. Slightly selfish on this occasion. Her eyes lit up when she found that space inside the box. Went for her hat trick. Could have squared it. Completely free in the middle was the skipper, Ashwati. Sometimes you just got to resist your temptation for the sake of your team. Beautifully chested down Anju. Right up towards Smita. There's the hoardings of the Ramco Cement, the sponsors of the Kerala Premier League for men's last year, sponsoring the Women's Football League in the state as well. Goalkeeper slightly hesitant. This is where Sbfa can capitalize on a foul committed in a dangerous situation. Free kick from a threatening position in favor of Sbfa. Can Sbfa hurt Kadathanad Raja from this free kick? Srijaya arranging her wall. Leah. The full finish. A fine goal. Went in direct from free kick from 20 yards out. And Leah once again with that measured left foot of her scores her second goal of this campaign. Her first of this match. And the goalkeeper Srijaya completely beaten. A wonderful free kick. And Sbfa reduce the margin. It's 3-1 now. With about 21 minutes of regulation time remaining on the clock. This particular goal will give Sbfa a big motivation. Smita back to the goal scorer. A superb finish from the free kick. Leah likes to orchestrate play down the middle for Sbfa. Looking to get on the ball. Nilabri still with Nilabri. Getting some help. And the clearance is not very confident, but still fall to a red and white shirt. A shoulder barge on Leah. Managing to stray on her feet. Foul committed. Number 36. Mahita. Vincent Dominic has got a lot of options in the bench. Sania Mall can be introduced. Another forward ball. It takes a tumble. Is that a foul? I think the referee has given it. A free kick just outside the box. Let's have a look. She was on the burst. Rovali. A slight body check from Shamini. Free kick right on top of the 18-yard box. Can they increase the margin? Kadathanad Raja. We've seen a wonderful goal from free kick already. Can Ashwati do the same? Skipper with a lot of responsibility on her shoulder. Blazed over. It went up, never came down. Looking was That's a terrible touch. Once again, it broke free for Kadathanad. And they can't stop scoring. Rovali on the double this time. And 4-1 for Kadathanad Raja. And look at the finish. 3 blue shirts inside the box. Resisting the challenge, Rovali using her physical strength. Just powering past the defenders, bulldozing in and finding the back of the net. Just when Sbfa Poovar was showing some signs of promise, Kadathanad Raja, they've had some other ideas. Kadathanad Raja well in control of this game as we are into the last quarter. Played over the top. Smitha, a very direct attacker, finds the pass for the number 10, who managing to get it over the keeper, but not on target. Nithya took it first time. There was a deflection in the way, because the referee signaled a corner kick for Sbfa. The goal number 70 coming from Rovali in this competition. It's a low corner looking for some kind of deflection. Can shoot on the turn, comes right back inside. Collected by the goalkeeper inside the 6-yard box. The Ramco Kerala Women's League, Kerala's top tier of football competition in women's category. And all the teams from the south have really impressed and dominated in the Indian Women's League. There's a terrible goalkeeping from Jibitha, managing to grab it in the second attempt. There was no required to come out, given the fact plenty of covering defenders. And sometimes by doing that, you put the defenders in a spot of bother. Along with the players, this referees as well. The junior referees getting game time, officiating matches in the state leagues. Before getting into a bigger platform. This is their acid test. This is where they got to impress with their performance by making sure not blowing the whistle too often, by playing the advantage when required, and by not flashing out the cards when not required. Sometimes you just got to allow the game to flow. And the refereeing so far in this competition has been pretty impressive. Leah. Oh, what a wonderful pass sizzling through the Kadathanad Raja defense, but good work from the goalkeeper equally. Just reading the situation and putting it out of touch. That was a wonderful ball slipped in by Leah with her magical left foot. And there she is, this time with her right, takes it onto her left. Another reverse pass, but the offside flag is up against Mahita. Last 11 minutes remaining. Stepping past the challenge and now setting up the left back Sneha for a shot. The ball from deep almost went through the defensive unit. This has been the story of this game. Just a one-way traffic apart from the opening few minutes. That's a foul. Not a legitimate challenge from Ashwati. She will look to put the ball behind the defense. Beautifully chipped. The flag has stayed down. The goalkeeper playing as a sweeper keeper. Srijaya just instructing and commanding to her defenders. Smitha cannot take on the left back. It's a searching ball in no man's land, lacking in accuracy. Sbfa can they find one back? Gone past the keeper. Leaves it for Smita, who lays it back up towards the edge of the penalty area. Falling back very quickly. As Kadathanad Raja snatched away. And there's the cross chance for the number 36. Just can't put it in, slightly behind her. What a moment to reduce the margin. And look at that. Mahita making that run, she was interested. And now gaining pace. Nilambari. Nilambari leaving everyone behind, gone past the keeper. Will she complete her hat trick? I wish she does with ease. 5-1. And a wonderful hat trick from Nilambari. The way she accelerated past the Sbfa defense and then rounds the keeper and makes it a 5-1 and completes her hat trick. She has been a standout performer this evening, without a doubt. Kadathanad Raja Football Academy most likely will be making a change. 7 minutes of regulation time left. Leah, it's not properly cleared. Layoff. The goalkeeper can thank one of the defender for getting some deflection. And so a player in blue is down, the number 10, Nithya, clutching her ankles. There's a change. The number 33, Drincy Mall, will come on. The number 22 is off. And Alice T replacing Drincy. An attacking change from Saji PM. He is looking for more goals. That will increase the confidence of his team. They lost all the 5 matches so far. This is going to be their first victory of the season. if I'm not mistaken, their first victory at the Kerala Women's League last year. They managed to get 6 draws. Last year. All the games were being played at Thrissur. That was an AstroTurf ground. This season, EMS and Maharajas College ground are being used. Cross is diverted. Falls to a red shirt. Sat up nicely on the bounce. And didn't catch it too well. Rovali this time was looking to get into the attack and complete her hat trick as well. Carrying the ball out of defense. Just curved it over the top. Very alert, the Kadathanad Raja defenders. Looking to kill the move near the center circle itself. Into the feet of Nilambri. That was a nothing pass from the number 10. He quickly apologizes. Number 17 comes on. Sarita for Sbfa, replacing Nithya. The injury looks serious to her. One more change. 37. Ligina comes on. Once again, sloppy defending. Gets the full frame of the goalkeeper. Somehow managing to get her gloves on it. Falls for a volley. Not managing to get the shot away. That was a fine save from Jibita. Look at that. Just taking it away from the player at the back post. Had to stretch. Stolen away almost by Smita. Good solid defending from Devananda. We are into the closing stages. Just a minute and a half of regulation time left. Sona Das is the player replaced by Vigina. Free kick once again delivered into the box. This might be a shooting chance for Leah. She did shoot, but straight into a red shirt. Also lost sight of the ball. Pretty impressive in defense this evening, Kadathanad Raja. Didn't even look like the team who've conceded most number of goals in the league. Leah, she's got a wonderful vision. Sarita is flagged off. A couple of changes for Sbfa. This time, number 54, Sania Mall. I think this change came in too late. It's all done and dusted at the moment. Additional time of 3 minutes. 3 minutes of stoppage time indicated by the fourth official. Sani Amal coming on for Shamini. That's the final change. As Marlin M will replace Alice. Just giving game time to the players. Vincent Dominic, not much time remaining. Just about a couple of minutes. It's Monica on top of this free kick for Kadathanad Raja in search of their sixth goal. And that is keeper's ball all day long. Once again, good defending. Ashwati with a poor touch. The final minute. Yeah, look at that. Just took her eyes off the ball. This has been the issue of the Sbfa defenders this evening. Last 20 seconds left. Saji PM bringing on a fresh pair of leg, taking off the number 4, Monica. And number 15 also coming on. Number 17, Suresh, is off. Three throw in. Going to be the last movement of this game. Referee instructing to retake it. And that's the full-time whistle from Rahul PR. And after a disappointing start to their campaign, finally, Kadathanad Raja tasting success. It's a comprehensive 5-1 victory against Sbfa Poovar. This victory takes them to 9th spot, which means Sbfa Poovar will be at the bottom now. This is their 5th loss. Kadathanad Raja's first victory. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on the YouTube channel of Sportscast India. A wonderful hat-trick from Ilambri and a brace from Ravali setting up the tempo. That's the silver lining for Kadathanad Raja Football Academy for the remaining fixtures. Goodbye from Ernakulam.